it's John Bollinger with Premier Guitar. Today we're taking a first look of the Clean Sync by Third Power. Now, a lot of you may have heard of Third Power, a true boutique amp company from Dylana Nova, who Dylana is, she's an amazing guitar player and started out tweaking old vintage Marshalls and then got way into, when she moved to Nashville, she got way into blackfaces and Voxes and kind of began working on those, but trying to like do it better, emulate it and then do it better. And that's really kind of what she's done. And she first, the Third Power thing first kind of was known as the triangle sort of amp because they had these kind of crazy triangular patterns, of speakers. Anyway, that was their first thing. And then they came out with the Woolly Coats, which is sort of a separate brand, which is kind of a hopped up Princeton. Then she came out with the Kitchen Sink, which was sort of a do it all in one combo sort of amp. And this new version, this latest, is the Clean Sync, which is based on that flagship model, the Kitchen Sink, but making some cool adjustments for a grab and go combo about the size of a Princeton. Here it is next to my old 65 Deluxe. But the cool thing about this amp is it gives you a very authentic blackface tone, but also gives you a very authentic AC 30 tone, Voxy tone. So you get a British and American thing, this classic tone in one box. And the reason she's able to give you such accurate versions of these, it's not because it's modeling, it's because she actually, these are tubes, these are glowing little bits of glass. And she's arranged it in such a way that you basically have two amps in one. And then through the controls here, you can adjust how much of which amp you want. Up top, you've got a volume, you have treble and bass. Then you have the voicing, which goes between the AC30 and the blackface. And we've been living in the blackface because that's where I'm comfortable and that's where we have a option. We also, this has a reverb, and it's an honest to God spring reverb. So, which is lush and, just. Nice verb. So the real deal. Then there's a hybrid master, which means you can turn down the volume while cranking up the tubey goodness, and which is great, particularly when you're in a restrictive volume, scenario. Which, aside from stadiums and arenas, you're always, I can't tell you how often I'm told to turn down. All the time. So the magic really is this dual preamp, American and AC, and the fact that it's blendable. And the tubes we're dealing with there is a ECC 835 for the clean preamp. There's an ECC 835 for the mixdown and post EQ, a Solvtech 12AX7 LPS for the verb, a Solvtech 12AX7 LPS for the phase inverter, and a V6 JJ6V6S for the power amp. Put all those together and that's a recipe for some delicious tube goodness. So why don't we get a little bit into the AC30 and then try some different guitars. This is my old 55 Strat, and it's basically, it's been refinned, and this is different. It's got a 5-way and a different switch, but the pickups and the wood are legit 55, and it's about as Stratty as you're going to get. But why don't we go over to the AC? Now you can feather between the two of them, but I'm going all the way over to AC so you get the full taste. Okay, that's cool right there, but once we engage the top switch, then I think it sounds very AC-ish. Now let's put a little volume on this thing. Man, how snarly is that? It almost reminds me of like a British Cockney accent, just kind of snarly. Anyway, I love it, man. That is pretty authentic. And then what we can do here, let's go ahead and goose the bass and treble, and then I can show you how the treble dampening works. Now that's a lot of high end and a lot of gain, a lot of everything. But with this treble dampening, what you can do, you can dial it in where you want it. The thing about controls is they affect each other. So having the treble dampening gives you a way to kind of just mess with it, just taper off the top end without jacking with the rest of it. So. Now say you live with people and you're making them go deaf. Well, that's where the hybrid master comes in. Just taper that down. And you know, unlike some master volumes I think really jack with the tone, I don't hear a difference in this. I think that's really pretty close. So, love that. Why don't we try a different guitar so you can hear it with some different options? Shall we try P90s? Why not? Come on, man. That is a great rock and roll tone. Okay, so we've heard the blackface, we've heard the AC. Let's kind of flip back and forth and then really blow your mind and go right in the middle. So here we are. AC, blackface. Now, how about a delicate blend right in the center? I think that's my favorite one. How cool. why don't I go ahead and put on some humbuckers and show you how to take some pedals, and we'll get out of here. Great tone, but say you want to use this as a clean platform and use some pedals, which is something that I would kind of like to do. So. So just a clean tone, then I'm using a MXR sugar drive. Does that really well, add a little delay. Then back to our clean bits. So I tell you, for a little grab and goer, very impressive amp. So good on you, Third Power. Cool company, doing great work. Keep it up. To read the full written review of this, go to premierguitar.com, or you can actually have the hard copy of the magazine sent right to your house. While you're online, though, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have endless hours of guitar geekery there, including rig rundowns. Also check out Instagram, Twitter, the PG site. Hell, read my column either on the magazine or the PG site. Last call. It's John Bolger. Till next time.
Thank you.